Has your ex recently called you? What do you do when they message you on Facebook or send you an instant message or invite you out for coffee after 2 years after a breakup? What do you do? Can you remain friends with an ex? Mine recently just texted me saying, she started out with something like this. It was something like, hey, do you want a happy holidays? And I said, well, I cordially said happy holidays back because I felt that that was a polite thing to say, not just ignore somebody after wishing them happy holidays. And mind you, I didn't give my ex my phone number because I didn't want the text, these kind of texts. But so I get a Facebook message. And that's one of the ways I've decided to engage. Like, well, you know what? I'm not going to block this person. We're not friends on Facebook. So I get the instant message. And you might be in a similar situation, right? How do you block the ex? Do you have them on Facebook? For me, what's worked is not friends on Facebook. She does like my Dream Architect page. And that's fine. I mean, that's fine. That's her choice, right? Any case, I get the message and it says, hey, happy holidays. And I say, happy holidays back. And then my ex says, well, we should have some coffee. To which I reply, look, I'm really busy. Obviously, you've seen me making a lot of videos this year and creating a course and writing and networking. I mean, I'm just really spread really thin right now. So I said, hey, sure, when the time is right, I'm sure we can get a coffee. To which she replies, do you have a girlfriend? And that's when I just didn't respond any further. The reason being that I felt that it went there. And what's funny is that I was in the shower that day and I said to myself, should I text her? Should I call her back? And that's when I knew that my past was coming to infiltrate what I've been creating on my own. All of the healing, all of the good stuff I've developed within myself, relationship with myself, my career, this starting to bud. And I saw that my past wanted to come and infiltrate this. Stephen Pressler, you'll hear me refer to it so often, calls it the war of art. In other words, as soon as you start making progress on your stuff, on your work, on writing, on meditation, on really just cultivating, expect a resistance to come up, a temptation to come up to test your gut to see if you really are at the level you say you are. Okay, so now me, I just left it as is. She continued to like some stuff, but what do you do when your ex calls you back? Well, I would set some boundaries. I would encourage you to set some boundaries and say, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to allow this person beyond. For me, I took away my cell phone number from her. I changed my number and I did not give it to her. That was the first line in the sand for me, my first boundary. When she asked for it, I said, nope, I do not want you to have it. You are, we were former lovers, and I want some space to grow and continue healing without you having immediate access to me. I needed to take away the immediate access, and this was last year, and I saw that helped. It's both psychological and real, okay? And I never gave her my real number. And I think she got it somehow, and I ignored it. Now, and then what else? Okay, so you also want to spend some time developing the relationship with yourself. You're never going to find that right relationship. One of my mentors, Neil Strauss, he says that you can't force a relationship. All you can do is create the space for one. Okay, and that's what I've been doing. I find myself cultivating and creating real, sincere, pure space, whether it's through meditation, whether it's really working out on myself, really creating a career that I love, that I'm passionate about. And in that, I'm really creating the space for that new person. I don't know where I'm going to find them. I don't know. All I could say is I'm speaking it. I'm doing what it takes. I'm putting myself out there. Hey, do I get on Tinder occasionally? Sure. And it's not to sleep around. I'm just saying, all I'm saying is, do I let it be known that I'm in the market? Yeah, of course. See, what I'm saying is that it's not about just creating a space and sitting down on a couch and saying, well, I've created the space. I mean, it's not that way. It's just saying that once you start opening up and being your best self, then naturally the person that sees that they can work with you and really start cultivating that life with you and accept you the way you're accepting your life, well, that person is going to start showing themselves, and sooner or later you'll have some people. So I really encourage you to read Boundaries in Dating, especially if it's by Cloud, Henry Cloud, I believe. The last name is Cloud. I encourage you to read Boundaries in Dating because it's a book that'll help you establish healthy boundaries. And in that, establishing the healthy boundaries, right, both from your ex and also people that you start talking to. You know, if you go into the next person, if you sleep with the next person that is willing, you're likely, the chances are high that especially if it's after a relationship, even if it was a year, 2 years, you're likely not going to be ready to really establish something real there. Okay, so, you know, really get the book and apply some of the lessons there to start cultivating a healthy space where a fertile relationship, one of purity, can start developing. Now, it is based on Christian principles, and I was raised Catholic. I would consider myself a Catholic yogi at this time in my life. And so, you know, even if you were an atheist though, I would still say that it has a lot of merit to it. Even though, you know, some of us believe that, you know, there is no God, okay, so that's fine. It's just that one thing that I can assure you is that if you're looking for a relationship, it's because you have a desire to connect. And sex is one of the best ways, the most deepest ways that we share our body, our thoughts, our space, our most sacred places. And yesterday, I was listening to Neil Strauss talk, and he said this a couple times on his podcast on the Truth Barrel, and he said that you know, a lot of the people that have been there, done that, and, you know, had fun and had some premarital sex and stuff like this, that we are now in the stage where we ask ourselves, if it wasn't for the sex, would I want this person in my life? And if the answer is no, that's a good indicator that you may want to keep moving, because if it's just the sex, then that is not a good basis of a relationship. So keep that in mind. Also, about your ex, the same thing. Maybe you're calling him just because you're lonely or you want intimacy. You know, you got to keep moving. So there is a little bit of a struggle part there. And let's go ahead and subscribe to our videos. There's a free training at evolutiontraining.net. Subscribe to that and get some immediate training to help give you the clarification, establish both healthy boundaries and also guiding boundaries to help you establish action plans. And that's an awesome training you can get right now. Evolution Training, www.evolutiontraining.net. This is Jacob Adams, creator of evolutiontraining.net and author of Your Divine Romance. My best advice is, if you've decided to move on from your ex and they hit you up, keep moving. We'll see you next time. Subscribe and share with anyone this would help. Peace.